Hey everybody, welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jack and Lady still Lake Jackson, and I know it's been a few weeks, but we've had the holidays, I've had some crazy stuff, I just got out of the hospital myself yesterday, so that's a thing. But I wanted to cook something I've been wanting to do ever since I saw it at the Asian food market, so we're totally going to do this. It's going to be edible, it's going to be nice, you're going to make, if you clicked on this, you think it's a weird thing. But it's totally a thing. Got to check it out. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube-y stuff, like ring the little bell in that corner to get notifications when we do these as close to Tuesdays and Fridays as possible. Also, there's a link down the doobly for our merch. We got like aprons, which I'm not wearing at the time. I'm trying to stay warm. It's cold in Texas. And spatulas, fake hands, flippers, spoons, all kind of stuff. We're a small business. Every little bit helps. We very much appreciate it. Let's just get into the food. We're going to do duck tongues. Awesome. All right. This looks like a lot of stuff because it is. Just going to have to bear with me. You're going to need some duck tongues. Ignore the price here. I got it on, like, it had a sale and I got a coupon and something. You're going to need a pound of duck tongues. You're going to need one thing of bok choy for the side, some garlic, some ginger, and some green onion. Going to use a little bit of brown sugar in this as well. And since I don't have any white pepper, I'm going to use some chili pepper because Texas. You're going to want some the oyster flavored sauce. You're going to need some soy sauce, just a little bit of that, and some hoisin sauce, which is fastly becoming my new favorite condiment. You need some oil to cook with. I use sesame oil, but you can use any kind of oil, really. I just like the flavor that sesame oil gives to stuff. Okay, I don't have cooking wine, so you use some red wine vinegar and some water at equal measure there. We're going to use that as the same as that, and then some broth. I'm going to use beef broth, give it a little more savory texture. You're going to need a little rice as well. You can use any kind of broth is what I was getting at before I outrun that. So we're going to get us some water here. About 4 cups or so. Just get that up to a nice boil and get 2 cups and a smaller one. We're going to start cooking our rice. That always takes a while to do that. Be sure to wash your rice before you get it in there, okay? While this is getting here, we're going to go ahead and start washing our vegetables, especially the ginger. It's a root. It's actually got mud and shit still stuck to it, so you're going to have to pull that apart. And skin your garlic. Get down in there, okay? So your duck tongues, now that your water is nice and rolling boiling, you can clean it. There's a little piece of cartilage-type bone thing in the bottom. Most of the recipes that I read said just go ahead and leave it in there. It just makes it a little crunchy right in the end of it. That's fine. So we're going to let that blanch for 5 to 10 minutes. Put 1 cup of rice into our other thing of boiling water. Put the lid on that. We're going to let that come back to a boil and then turn it off. All right, so get you a nice sharp knife. Shout out to my buddy Andy, who sharpens all our knives over here. And get your ginger. Now, I said to use about 1/4 of this root here, cutting it at 1/4 inch pieces. That seemed like ginormous pieces of ginger. So I cut it way thinner than that and just went back and culled it over and chopped that up as well as I could. So just judging by the root, I use about 2 inches. Or about 1.5 inches, and then get it all down there. Go ahead and cut off the ends of your green onion here, using 2 or 3 of the stalks here, and then just dice all the rest of it down, or just give it a slice once. Now we're just going to set that. We can put it in the same bowl that we put our ginger in. We're going to go ahead and kill the heat on our rice, let that sit for a minute, get back to our knife, and then our garlic. I used about 7 or 8 garlic things here. I think the original recipe called for 3 or 4, but I like to over garlic everything. What's the worst they could do to, really hurt me, right? It said 3 cloves garlic, and I'm like, Ancestry said 7. Again, put it all in there. Take your rice, let it just sit while you're working on the rest of this stuff. Now, you're going to go ahead and take out your duck tongues out of the boiling water. Don't rinse them, just put them in a strainer and let them sit. Get you a decent sized skillet, put it about 6 on your heat, about medium high, right? And use 1 big tablespoon of your oil. Like I said, I'm using sesame oil. Let that get nice and warm. Once it gets warm, go ahead and throw in all your vegetables, your ginger, garlic, and green onions. Yes, I know I didn't cut that one piece of green onion all the way through. It's not going to bother me, I swear. Get your nice wooden spoon so your ancestors won't come and get you. And you want to give these a nice little stir fry for about 2 minutes until everything starts getting really fragrant. Your house is going to smell amazing at this point. Hopefully to cover up the smell of the blanched duck tongue. Go ahead and get you 1/3 of a cup of your vinegar and your water. Go ahead and add it in there after that 2 minutes is up. Okay, 1/3 of a cup of the brown sugar. Put that on there. And then 1/4 cup of your soy sauce, hoisin, and oyster sauce. It's 1/4 cup of each one of those. So just go ahead. I just lucked out, and that's exactly how much soy sauce I had left. Need to put that on the shopping list. The oyster stuff, it does come out very thick, so it's going to take a little whacking on the edge of your pan to get it out of there. And your hoisin, like I said, is one of my, I put it on French fries and shit now. It's just my favorite condiment of all time. Put that in there as well. You're going to give it a nice stir. Okay. And your white pepper, and I already just used chili pepper because it's Texas. I'm only going to use like a half of a teaspoon of that. I like it just a little spicy. I wish I had some more of the little Thai peppers. I might actually have some. We'll make that optional later if I can find them. But give that a nice stir, get that nice and coated. Now we're going to add the broth in here as well, okay? But you want to go ahead and kind of stir up this thick stuff while it's sitting here. The original recipe called for 2 cups of broth, and I think that was way too much, so I'm only going to use 1.5 cups, and I still think that was too much. So you can go ahead and cut that down to 1 cup if you want. I want a little thicker sauce. If I do it again, I'll add some cornstarch to my broth beforehand. Make sure to get it nice and mixed up before I put it in there, just to make it a little thicker. All the recipes said it would thicken up. It just never did. Felt way too watery, even with 1.5 cups of broth. So get in there, once again, get that nice and heat it up. And then your heat, got it into a boiling, doing good. We're watching Cinefix. They're doing the top 100s, catching up on all those. And then got it up to a boil, put in my duck tongues. Now we're going to put them in here, and now we're going to turn the heat down way low. We're going to simmer this for about 30-40 minutes, all right? So you want to put it as low as possible. Put it down to about a 1, just a low simmer, okay? You're going to cover it. I don't have a lid for this, so I'm just going to use Mom's old plate here. She used to have the whole set when I was growing up, so this is all that's left, so I use it as infrequently as possible. While we're letting that go for 30-40 minutes, we're going to go ahead and cut our bok choy. Now, even if you clean the outside of this, look at this, like inside these leaves. I like leaving them together when I cook, mostly because the top parts wilt down so fast that you'll lose them if you cook it anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and quarter this down here, but you see inside these leaves there's so much dirt and mud and gross in there, so go ahead and wash those again. Okay, be sure to stir your duck tongues. Don't let it stick or get too hot at the bottom or burn on the bottom. So I set my timer to stir about every 8 minutes. I did find it. I had some extra, these little Thai peppers here that survived in the bottom of my man fridge. So I went ahead and just tossed those in after cutting the tips off. Okay. This was about 30 minutes. I'm going to show you this here. This is well cooked. You can get it a little thicker if you leave it on for about 40 minutes. I pull it out a little bit and I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and try it a little further. So I went ahead for another 10 minutes, covered, let it cook. And it thickened up a little bit, but not as much as I would hope to. And I was really hungry and I really wanted to eat duck tongue. So I didn't go ahead and go to any further than that, but it's well cooked. It is well done. It is good to go. So go ahead and pull out all your duck tongues, leave that sauce in there. We're going to go ahead and let it turn up again to about a 5. Well, while it's heating up, we're going to go ahead and put our bok choy in here. This is just the only way I know how to cook it. Take it and put it in the sauce. Make sure all the leaves are in there. I'm missing a piece. Hold on. Here we go. And then put it all in there. Push it all down, make sure it's just that side is coated, and then we're going to let it warm up. And when it starts to bubble, to boil and stuff or whatever, we're going to go ahead and turn it over. See, that's just how I cook. You got to know your oven, I guess. So I gave it about a 4-minute timer because the sauce was already warm, so I'd heat it up rather quick. So just give it a nice turn, give it another 2-3 minutes on the other side so your leaves wilt nice and well, and that big heavy bottom piece of the root there is kind of soft. Use your spoon to kind of cover those big areas. Don't want it to dry out or anything, but it makes it look cool when you're doing it on video. But yeah, so I gave it like 4 minutes on either side for the bok choy. Hooray! And then pull it out. Like I said, the leaves wilt spectacularly in this. You got to be careful. Go ahead and kill the heat. Remove this. Keep the sauce. You can use it for dressing with the rice or whatever. I like putting it over the top. Like I said, I'd much rather it got a lot thicker, but it just didn't with the recipe that I used. So I'll have to try it with something else. But just rice on the bottom, duck tongue, bok choy to the side, done. Put a little sauce over the top of it, and this is good. You gotta love duck. Like duck is like a greasier meat. It's like a all dark chicken meat with a little more grease to it. But this is good stuff, y'all. Again, when you blanch it, the smell is fucking rough. So you might have a window open or something. But I'll go into that in a minute. But yeah, this is great. I probably wouldn't reheat it at work, depending on where you work, really. But this is good. It's an exotic thing, something different. Like I think it's a seasonal thing. I've only ever found it at the stores, like once a year, usually around the fall time or whatever. But this is really good. You got to try it out. I know it sounds weird. I know it's just one of those things. I just saw it as an ingredient at the store and I had to find a recipe for it. So this is the one I used. So if you try it out, let me know. If you're willing to try it out, that's fine. Let me know. I'm super happy to see photos and people sharing their stuff that they've cooked that we've put out here. So I very much appreciate it. And holy crap, there you have it, folks. It worked. It is delicious. I was not ready for the smell of the blanching tongues. My house still kind of smells like it, so you might want to do this with the windows open. But yeah, the sauce and everything, it tastes amazing. It smells a little weird when you cook it, but this is so good. You gotta let me know if you try this. Like I said, I had to go to the Asian food market. It was like a seasonal thing, so I got it in like the early fall. It's been in the freezer since then. But yeah, that was so good. This is going to be a couple of different meals. This is excellent. Like workout diet stuff at the beginning of the year. New year, same old fat me. Let me know. You can let me know here down in the comments. That's what they're there for. You can also find me on social media. Tell me all over there. It's at Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. We're at all those at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. And then we're over at Instagram at Live Between. We had to shorten it down over there, okay? Then you can find me, Osway Nerdy, on all those, including TikTok, as long as it's up, Blue Sky, and all the rest of them. So I think I'm still on Twitter, but Blue Sky. So that's the thing. I will see y'all next time, y'all. Please be safe. Texans, stay warm and dry, okay? It'll be good.